Oh, right, you guys. It's kind of cold out here, and there's this. I put my hand out here over the side here. There's some icy rain. Even the little raindrops freeze the hell out of your hands. It's that like misty rain that's like getting pretty cold, and it's like, and it goes on here. It's kind of freezes and stuff, and that's like pretty soon. If I do any of my workouts up out here, I'm going to be dressed like this or wearing a coat. Be like Rocky Balboa climbing up the mountain when he was training to fight the Russians, boots and coat or whatever, and be doing one-handed push-ups out here on the deck and crap. But anyway, this video here is going to be about questioning the monetization of YouTube videos and what the point is to it. I want to know any of you guys' thoughts if you tried it or whatever. There's these all kind of different YouTubers, with the ones you like and the one you dislike, that they're monetizing videos. Everybody with certain kind of beliefs and non-beliefs or whatever. But I don't have no luck with it. I don't even monetize. I think I experimented with one or two other videos that weren't even of myself that to see what happens. And it's like, I wonder how much some of these people that got millions of plus views. I mean, there's a few examples I can, on different kind of classes of YouTubers, different beliefs they have, extreme beliefs I regard as extreme beliefs, and very sensationalized and like how they've sensationalized like radical gay and transvestite rights like Zinnia Jones, and then you got the Amazing Atheist's newer, what do you call it, YouTube channel with a partner, which is better with two people because they talk about other views other than atheism, and some of it's kind of funny. And then you got people on the really radical religious sides. Some are better than others and want to stay true to traditional values, but the other one saying yoga is the ultimate evil, and anything you do to better yourself is evil. I'm just saying some examples about different people, how they're getting all these views and monetizing. And I had friends of other little that ain't exactly like me. I mean, well, I don't want to say usernames and say friends, but people that have commented back at me on things that they said amen to that when I said that how all these other people were putting real stupid shit, nothing about any radical views I mentioned, that stupid shit like some girl, you know, good-looking girl, all her facial features are in the right place, but she's all just batting her eyelashes some kind of while, and it gets 12 million plus views. And then there's some people that I know that did some pretty good stuff on YouTube, and that they should have better views. I mean, better stuff than mine, and they don't. It's almost like YouTube is controlled some way by people that are biased, and they'll actually block certain people from monetizing. Because, for example, I had a couple other videos I was playing around with monetizing, and yeah, this was just coming to my mind. I am spitting out my thoughts here, but this just come to my mind. I've gotten a thing, I kid you not, Informed. I should have took the picture. I noticed, you guys ever have this happen to you? You guys would maybe experiment with monetizing some other kind of stuff, and you get a thing that your monetization privileges get revoked, like happened to me. Invalid click activity. Oh, come on. Some people were actually clicking on your stuff, and you get invalid click activity. I bet these people with these other crazy-ass views ain't getting that, and there's some of them that you know they're getting their friends to go and cheat and all that stuff. I mean, I may be monetizing maybe 3 or 4 because I wanted to play around with it, see what the hell happens, because I had some videos that I've gotten that I could never find no more, but on particular activities that did get a lot of views. And I wasn't doing that to get the views. I mean, I wanted to put stuff on there that I'm endorsing for a bunch of reasons. And then it didn't really do anything, but I wanted to just monitor and see what happens. And there's also this thing here, too, which I made a bunch of comments to that effect. I don't know if you ever heard this. I did a YouTube video on this, about getting 301'd on YouTube. different than getting 302'd. My girlfriend said, "Oh, you mean getting 302'd, like you're crazy or something." No, no, I mean 301. This is a new expression which I'm pretty sure that I invented. I didn't see anybody YouTube saying it, but I I originally thought too that I invented the word having a sargasm when somebody says some really ridiculous shit. You're like, oh, like the sargasm. And I looked in Wikipedia, it was a real word. But anyway, getting 301 is a thing, if you guys didn't know anything about that, where your videos are getting a bunch of views, right? And all of a sudden it stops at 301 and you click on that little hyperlink and it says that they're assessing it to make sure that it wasn't generated by like a machine, a bot. Like you can have videos being generated as bots. But there is another issue too, that maybe bots can hijack all kind of people's videos too and be using them to use advertisement bots too. To be fair, they're probably looking out for that. But so I want to say what you guys are thinking about that. I mean, there's a lot of people out there too that I know they ain't getting 301s with their crazy ass views. And then all of a sudden, when the assessment is done, it takes a long time, and all of a sudden they give you this much views. And I won one. It ended up being under 300 views, like 200 something views that they're giving me credit for. But I notice it's not the view number that gets your YouTube. You get a lot of followers because the view number doesn't always mean nothing. I found that out, that people are viewing through different devices, and I notice a lot of things that people who are looking at your videos through don't count as views for some reason. They're not getting counted on YouTube. But because I noticed that based on some of the like mail and messages I've been getting, whether you get like mail or hate mail or whatever, something ain't right. You know what I mean? But yeah, oh, and about monetization too, I wanted to tell you guys too. There's another thing why I don't monetize too and why you can't monetize. Because some of you guys that know me and follow me already is there's a fair use clause, and I use songs that a lot of people use, songs relevant to their video, and YouTube sort of lets you do it in a way, but they rather have you do the free domain content that YouTube offers. But there's a fair use thing because I use a lot of songs relevant to some of the things I'm doing that, yes, they want to portray a message. So I can't really, monetize them. I wouldn't make money off them, but they've been the most successful for whatever reason. And I would rather have that than any chance to make any money on videos, to be able to project my message. And I'd like to get the proper permissions if I was to make a exercise workout video, if you will, to go to the bands and ask them to use their music, like use a piece of their music as a trailer for the video, or like as a trailer for different pieces of my DVD, like for different segments of the workout video, if you will. Yeah, I would gladly do what is right and get the proper permissions. Damn rain and all this camera, I think it's going to start getting wet. But you know what I mean? And yeah, the endorsement of certain, music or the heavy metal that I've been using is a thing. I'm trying to project a passive-aggressive message in a way, or a positive message, if you will, to, the same way that I said before that I've, like one of my videos, I actually paid a guy $10 to man the camera for me while I was doing a fist walk all the way across the warehouse, if you will. And they were kind of disappointed that I didn't go the whole way around, but they said that when I walked the whole way back, it's the equivalent. So I wanted to do another video like that again. But my thing too, rather than making money, which reminds me of one of the most important things I'm trying to say too, that rather than make money on YouTube, whether on YouTube or out in the world, I am more inclined to bribe and pay people to, whether it's man the camera, to do things I want. And I believe if I ran, say, a gym or did a video, if I wanted to, and yeah, use money out of my own pocket the first thing, and rather not do like what religions and other people do. They want to beg and solicit funds or whatever. I am more prone to want to do it myself. But even if I started even a gym and a training center, that if I had trainers along with me, I'd ready to recruit them as my trainers. But oh yeah, and the recruitment of trainers would be another thing, which to start to make a DVD to start with, I would move to just like what I gave bribe the one dude I work with, gave him, hey, you want to make $10 here, man this camera, because nobody, a lot of times even your bestest of friends ain't gonna want to waste any of their lunch break manning a camera for you, you know, like on the video that I did, but it's on there. I made 2 copies of it. One, I used the word, the song Ministry, Never Believe. But what I would do, you know, as far as starting up the gym, it would probably start out as bribing people to do the workouts, like whether it's women, dudes or chicks, women or guys, dudes or chicks. Maybe some of your bestest, maybe friends or somebody that's of a certain fitness background, or at least very willing, but they're not going to want to waste their time do it for nothing. But maybe they need some money. They're underemployed, and you're not really working the greatest either. But you would like to, hey, you want to make some money. You want to be involved in this experiment. But then there would be a question too: how much you pay them? Would they want to be in the video, or whether it's just a YouTube video either? You know what I mean? But if it went further, they would eventually become your paid, maybe employee, and literally having yourself a business, a gym, if you will. You know, maybe a couple of you people that are taking legitimate karate or whatever. Mine, I'm not pretending to be Bruce Lee, and I don't have no degree in any karate or anything like that. Even though some people I work with sort of think so, and didn't want to look like I'm contradicting or being an asshole and arguing whether they're patronizing or whatever too, you know, because people like that. But no, if people ask me right up front, I'm like, no, but I'm in the fitness part that leads to it, based on videos that you watch, stuff that you can attain yourself, you know, and like, yeah, there's like all kind of like, yeah, that's how I would pretty much do it. The fitness part that really works, and to prove something really works, other than just me being on somewhere and showing you a bunch of stuff I'm doing, that people that, hey, I'd haters, but I got people that watching me on YouTube. I'm like, oh, geez, I wish I could do it. How can I do that? And this is basically stuff that prerequisite exercises. Hey, if you wanted to go and start a martial art or start a boxing club and take legitimate martial arts, you may need some of these exercises, and my stuff is more like approaches to that. That's what it is, and what you do is don't lie to people. The stuff that you visually show people and not fake is the things that will make you or break you in the end. You know, no different than some religion doing fake miracles, you know, pulling tricks on people, you know what I mean? Falling down on the floor stuff. I'd rather see it as a thing where you can fall down the floor than jump back up, you know what I mean? And I do a separate video on that because I could go on and on about that, because there's one thing I found about that stuff that could be a little bit useful. Kind of like if one person knows that somebody's going to fire a rocket through a window, and to get everybody to get on the floor real quick, get down! But that if, you know, maybe Benny Hinn would, that would be useful if he knew that there was something that everybody had to hurry up and get down on the floor, that I would sort of, if you twist my arm, to find some usefulness to that shit that he was doing. But yeah, I'm not here to talk about that religious stuff. That's a separate thing, but I'm an example because I'm spitting out my thoughts. But I got to end this video sometime soon. But anyway, what I was trying to say in all this jibber jabber is that sometimes, if you were watching this far, sometimes it's not about like making money. Sometimes you've got to get enough money to bribe people to do something to do in there, because yeah, that's would be one of my things, you know. So yeah, I had to get the girlfriend to take a few minutes of her time. I didn't want her to do that all the time, that actually to man the camera. I'd still do most of it myself. There was a few times that if she wants to man the camera, like one of my particular favorite videos that I was doing, I think a couple of them really did she actually man the camera. Most of it I could do it all myself. I don't even have. That's the things that you want to do the most is see how much you can by yourself. And if you could do a hell of a lot by yourself, then imagine if you get one helper, whether you bribe them or whatever, and two, how much it could be. You know, you can't do nothing yourself, and you want everybody to do it for you, and you want to ask everybody for money to practically do it for you. Give me money to do this. Whether it's all those issues you're watching on YouTube, people want money for this or money for that, which I'm not disrespecting a few of the YouTubers that I like that do have, whether it's monetization on their account or the thing where on YouTube, help fund me, whether it's PayPal. There are some good and bad in that. And there are some assholes that I do question on that, you know, of different views. Yeah, you're right. But anyway, that's my approach is kind of like, if you want anything done, period, you got to first do it yourself. And if you want to employ somebody else and get somebody to do it, rather than beg people for money, I would rather bribe another individual to do it. Like, say, if I wanted to do a first training video and something I'm doing, like I said, I would, you know, offer them money. But plus, I'd say, well, would you want to have your footage over on public for people to see, whether it's through a DVD or through a YouTube video? They'd have to agree to that. And then if it's a DVD out there in the world, of course, you're paying them to do the video, right? And of course, you do the right thing. Say if you did sell a DVD and got it produced all nice, give them a very generous piece, which they deserve because they're in it. You know, if any money is made, which my deal would say, if there was 4 of us here, hey, the profits would be divided 4 ways, put it that way. Just, yeah, I don't believe in making myself, me personally, I don't believe in making myself a chief person of anything, like I deserve more of the money. This is my project. I'm going to take mine off the top. Say, and I'd advise you guys, if you guys want to do a project of anything, I don't care if it's dancing around some kind of a way, you know, some dance club you're doing or any kind of thing you're doing in a video, you go out and sell it. Hey, if there's 4 of you, 5 of you, then if it makes a profit, you put it out there in the nice DVD cover and sell it on Amazon.com. You make a little business, divide it that many ways. Shoot, I saw on TV, I don't know, I wanted to bring up a particular company that makes windows, but you're going to say, that what's that going to have to do with it? Employee owned. In my area, we got, I think I heard a particular company makes windows. Employee owned. You know, there are some people that, if you guys got any kind of product in your neck of the woods there advertised on TV, buy our product. We're employee owned, and there's different things about that. I mean, that, like, whether if it's in a religion that's doing right, you know, everybody is kind of a part of it. And when it's a club, you know, or I don't care what it is, it's kind of like distributed that way. I mean, everybody is in a room doing the deal, and they're in it. And if you're actually a club, whether if you're a club, a cult, a group, or whatever the hell you call it, I mean, that's dedicated to the thing to get the job done, then that's how you do it. Put it that way. That's how I would do it. So I think I'm going to end this right here. I think I made my point, and this might have been one of the best talk videos I ever did so far. I think I like it better already, even though it's long and dragged out. But for some reason I was in the better mood, but you just got to do these videos when your thoughts are fresh. That's my problem. That's why I always write better, type better than I talk sometimes. And then whether you do a long-ass troll comment, I'm not just trolling. I would make I actually cut and paste my long ass comments sometimes, because when you want to write a book about something, yeah, that's, before I end this video, that's one more thing I should say. When you write, you know, guys ever, when I was in college, I had this problem too, and then I was on the internet and I made long ass comments. I always had this thing where, yeah, I learned to cut and paste my comments on something, because if you want to do a report on something, maybe you're trolling, you're making some views, right? And when you need to write, you can never do it. How come is that? When you got to do it, then all of a sudden, whether you're talking to some person somewhere, like whether it's your girlfriend or something, or talking to an actual person, or you're out on the internet making a big long-ass troll comment, man, you're writing like nobody's business. But then if somebody sit you down and say, okay, do a speech on this, or do a writing on this, it's got to be due, it's due a certain day, you can't do it, you've got this writer's block, then all of a sudden the shit comes out. So if you're doing a long-ass comment on the internet, cut and paste that son of a gun, and anything you're saying, maybe some of the stuff that carry a, this is that age where you carry carry a video phone with you. Your thoughts are in your head. I don't care where you are. Go out and record the thoughts and say something while it's fresh in your head, whether you're talking to somebody, because then when you're going to want to yammer on about a subject, and you got to, you can never think of anything. But then, like me, I'd talk my girlfriend to death over some shit, and then if I need to go and say it all for some kind of speech or report for like some college thing, I can't do it. Why is that? I think I maybe do a separate video especially about that. If any of, I know a few of you people that know me, if you watch this video this far, that's a damn good idea. But another one of example of where I'm spitting out my thoughts, and this became a 21-minute video already. But yeah, I think I'll do a video on that separately for the people that didn't see this video this far. I know a few of you people that follow me probably got this far. You're probably listening to it while you're doing whatever the hell's. Alrighty then, I'm going to end it right here. See you next time.